and hit live here. I guess that's right. All right, it says I'm live. So I'm live here, and live here. All right, Islam. I am Sister Tahita S. Najiola L of CalifaMedia.com, mrcicharities.org and com, riseofthemoorish.org and com, and certifiedmoorish.org and com. I come today at the appointed hour to bring you the weekly chamber chat. Might be turning into bi-weekly because it's like, no, I'm being way more productive in permanent aspects like books and classes and teaching people stuff rather than, no offense to anybody who's making this social media thing work. Actually, it's just media now, but this is disposable media. It's even viral, right? It's disposable, it's not lasting. That's why I prefer to focus on things that are more lasting, like actual books. So anyway, yeah, this might be turning into a bi-weekly thing because I still would love to discuss the whole business thing, because the Tuesday chamber chats, if you are not aware, this is where my initiative, my what word am I looking for? My effort to find the Moors, right? They are interested in taking their place among the affairs of men, setting up businesses, and so we can start employing our own people, especially our poor children, our youth who have no direction and are being, just looking for anywhere for anything. And it's interesting how the anything that they are managing to find usually is something that is detrimental to them individually and to our community as a whole. So I'm like, well, why don't we just like come together like everybody else and try to put something together where not only do we help each other grow in the business aspect, but now it's like we growing so big and so fast, we need to employ people like our own boys and girls. That's actually a saying from the prophet, creating opportunities for our boys and girls instead of them having to be going to these foreigners. I get it, right? They have historically been in our way when we tried to do this. But if you haven't been paying attention, those curses are over. The last shall be first. Who's been the last? All right. So anyway, Moors need to get on it, and this is what I'm doing. I asked again, how does everyone else do it? Someone takes it upon, or somebody's takes it upon themselves to start at least a rudimentary chamber of commerce where those who are so interested gather together and network and talk to each other and they build off each other, right? It's crazy the stuff that people know. For instance, is what is that? Uh, the actual annual convention of the Moorish Science Temple of America. It's not supposed to be in September. These frauds are like holding, they changing everything. I mean, why did the prophet go through the trouble of having that big old banner that said October and you changing it to September? Go for it. I won't have no part of that. So the real convention is coming up in October. And I was talking to a Moor who got in touch with me about a book he had read. He wanted to ask me more questions about the book. He read a book that I had put out and he wanted to ask me more questions about it. And he's in New York and he will be in Chicago on the 15th, which is next week already. And I just have to mention, yeah, I'm from Chicago. You need some suggestions for some spots? Yeah, it's just us coming from New York and Virginia. We don't know what to do up there except to go to temple meetings and stuff. Well, I got some ideas because I'm from Chicago. See what networking does, right? And now I dropped some names, and though I wish I could have dropped the names of some Moors, but it's like, well, at least this place is Moorish themed, and they're going to be very, very glad to see you, right? Both places I suggested, as long as you have on your turbans and fezzes, they're going to be ecstatic to see you walk through the door. But that only happened because two Moors who were interested in making our condition better talked about some stuff. So that's what this is. All right. And as usual, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment, right? Thank you all for being here now. Please comment if you have a question for me to cover at a later time, because somebody actually asked me, like, can we submit questions for you to discuss? Yes, please do. Make my life easier, right? You can email those to certified Moorish, certified at CalifaMedia.com. That's with a CALIFA, Califa, like California, media.com. And I will be glad to answer your questions. I have one of my many degrees is in elementary education. So it's not like I make you feel stupid. I like asking questions to see where you at and then building off of that. Right. And I have a lot of patience. Especially if it's something I'm interested in. So please hit me up. Certified at califamedia.com. All right. Weekly announcements. And then I'm going to get into the main topic. The weekly news I share on Fridays before temple. So that's Fridays, every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. You can catch that wherever you're seeing this right now. All right. So the weekly announcements. Moorish Meetup Georgia is fast approaching. Today is Tuesday, October 7th. And this meetup is scheduled to occur on November 14th, 15th, and 16th. So I'm giving you a whole month and a whole week to make some arrangements. There's plenty of time to find something to do. So the itinerary is up on Rise of the Moors /meetup, right? riseofthemoors.org/meetup.com works as well. Or you can go riseofthemoors.org/Georgia. I think it's up there. Somebody found the RSVP I had up there from last year. I forgot it was there. Feel free to use it. And I'll let other people can see you that you signed up so they'll know who's showing up too. And so this, even though the itinerary is up there, I'm going to run through it real quick. So the 14th is a Friday. So the plan, but you know how I love plans, right? But the plan is to go start with a lecture lunch, right? We couldn't decide, do we want to do a lecture? The lecture lunch is the jump off point, the hop off or the springboard, where it's just a central location for us all to gather for a certain amount of time, giving people time to get there. And then we move on to the other events or venues. So I was like, lecture or lunch or lecture. How about a lecture lunch? So we're on a search for a restaurant. Nothing else. I'm going to a restaurant. If they have amenities where we can also present some things, we'll do that too. So you can sit there and you can enjoy some vegan, vegetarian fare and listen to some Moorish science. And the lecture will likely be me helping the Beacon, Brother Amir Sharif, helping him set up a business. All right. Because I want to domesticate in Georgia. He wants to set up a business in Georgia. See, Tuesday Chamber, good thing to it. So interested Moors were talking about it, and look what just happened. So I might be able to expand, and you can expand too, just because we're working together. Imagine if there was more of us. And I wonder what that's gonna turn into, because that brother, he's like the best word I can find, it's like either he's a project manager, which means he could build a house, like all aspects of it, or he's a journeyman, whichever one you want to. Well, he's probably not a journeyman because he's a Cancer, so Cancer like to stay close to home usually. So journeyman, that don't sound like a Cancer. So he's a project manager. He does it all, and I want to do some other stuff like taking possession of abandoned buildings in our neighborhoods, distressed properties, and we have an actual what is that? Charity set up to do that. It's kind of why, actually, I think that's why I set up the charity, to get a hold of some distressed properties. But I know the paperwork, who's going to do the rehabbing that I don't know how to do that's required if you want to get these properties. Good thing we were talking about it. So yeah, that's about to be there. Other announcement. I'm sorry, the itinerary. So that's the lecture lunch, right? Meet up there. Then we're going to go, he wants to hike up Stone Mountain, but we've already done that. So I think I put something else on the itinerary that we're going to go to the I forgot what it is. It's on the site if you want to see it. But then the other thing I want to do, considering all the things that are going on in the heavens, on Friday evenings at, I forgot the name of the observatory, but it's in the Atlanta area. They let you come into this observatory and go in and use the telescopes for free, right? You want to see anything in the sky for free right now? I'm just saying, with all these, they like shut down the government conveniently right as this asteroid. I got to get some caffeine, y'all. That asteroid is coming, hurtling towards Earth, just as it was approaching Mars, and they would have been able to like see it with their rovers they claim to have on Mars. The government shut down along with NASA, which is like, are you crazy? Those people in NASA, that's probably all they dreamt about from the moment they realized they could remember their dreams. They wanted to work at NASA in some capacity. You telling me these folks wouldn't work for free, especially when something like this is going on and they wouldn't tell nobody? Or maybe y'all, they are there, you shut it down conveniently because the government is down, closed down. Okay, cool. That's cool. I love the fact that y'all can't stop whatever's getting ready to happen. You can't stop it anyway. So we'll be going to the observatory to look at the stars or whatever else is floating around out there. Okay. So that's Friday. Then Saturday, we will be hiking Sweetwater Creek Park. Whole thing. It's a whole thing. And there's a ruin where the Union soldiers came through that park because it has a creek. So they were using our natural resources to run a mill, like MILL, where they were making slave cloth, Negro cloth. Okay. This cloth was specifically designed to violate all the rules in the Bible as far as what Israelites are supposed to be rocking. I won't ask, can you believe it? I'm just saying that's what happened. So all those mills you see down south, that's what they were down there making, Negro cloth. It was a complete abomination, and they forced us to wear that while we were in servitude, right? And it was made to feel itchy all day and did not breathe, okay? In the southern heat, in that humidity, and they did that to our people. And so there's a ruin in that park where the Union soldiers came and found one of the mills that was using that creek to power it, the turbines and all that stuff, and burnt it partially to the ground. There's still a piece left over. You know, I might go over there and light a piece of incense or something or whatever. Throw a hot coal. I don't know. Wear some fine linen. You know, the thing that this is what we're supposed to be wearing. Breathable linen that has a certain frequency, a vibration, which is why bandages are made out of linen. Okay. And you had us wearing the exact opposite of that. So yeah, we'll be touring that area. And then and eating, because I'll be in Atlanta. I'm looking for some food. So we'll be eating. Don't worry about that. And I think that evening, Saturday evening, we will be finding a game room to play pool. Because I've been going through the Hadith and prophecies of Noble Drew Ali. And of course, you hear stuff. Oh, wow, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. I forgot about that one. One of which was the one where the prophet said, I'm happy when my Moors are happy. And I was listening to what preceded that statement. And he said that somebody said that the prophet had decided to throw a party for his Moors. And he rented out a hall and he had like games and food. He even had pool tables set up so the Moors could have a good time. Pool tables. We went bowling last year. This year, pool tables, right? So we're going to try to find a game room because I will be bringing my children. I will not be taking my children to a pool hall. I don't know what pool halls are like in Atlanta, in Georgia. I know what that means when I'm from Chicago. So I know what a pool, I'm not taking my children to a pool hall. I'll take them to a family-friendly venue that has pool tables, even hockey, ice hockey, or what is that? What is that? Air hockey. Okay. Close enough. Is it? Close enough. So yeah. And then Sunday, more eating, and we'll also be going up the belt line. But that might be switching that one too, because I think I want to go to the underground. We went to the belt line last year, right? But I don't know if it's the underground, the one that's like super violent. I don't care. I know I've been there before. And if you don't know what the underground is in Atlanta, there's a mall in Atlanta. I'm not sure what the mall is called, but they built it over a portion of the Underground Railroad that's been preserved. I've seen it. I hope it's still there. It was really, really cool. So yeah, the Beltline is fun, but yeah, the mall is right there. I can do some shopping, do some more eating, and enjoy the air conditioning. So that's there. Want more details, see the itinerary and sign the RSVP, riseofthemoors.org/Georgia or meetup. Okay. Let's see. Don't forget the 508 Inc. Incorporated Toolkit is available. Since we are talking about setting up businesses, the toolkit is available and ready for your purchase, right? You got to get it right while you can, because there was a full moon last night. And based on this position, I have to raise my prices. It won't be nothing extreme because I want to keep this stuff accessible. But if you want it, I'm saying you better get it before Friday. I think that'll be Friday. So yeah. And to go along with that kit, so that's the kit to set up your business. If you know what you're doing, if you know how businesses work, and you're just looking for a way to stop paying these colonists to operate on your own land, because that's how the paperwork is written up, that's what this is for. If you like, man, that sounds great, but I don't even know where to start as far as businesses. There's a book to go along with that is on pre-sale right now at a very discounted price, because I'll be raising the regular price of that too, where you can get that on pre-sale until October 29th. And it's called Take Your Places, Corporate Strategies for Moorish Americans. Anybody can use it. I wouldn't advise you to, because you might get caught up. And these people are devious and diabolical. They'll wait for you to get nice and situated and be like, okay, he got $100,000 in the bank. Now we can, what is that? Enforce some stuff. We waited till you had $100,000. Now we got a problem with it. All right, main topic, wheels of industry. Beautiful. I'm right on course. All right, 15 minutes in. So, wheels of industry, which is perfect for this discussion. So this gathering is to encourage Moors to set up their own businesses. You do not have to do it through me. I'm just saying I have some stuff that I used with great success that I'm continuously using with great success to this day, right? And other Moors are coming back to me like, wow, that worked for me too. So I'm making it available to you, to the Moors. I don't know if it'll work for Muslims. I can't guarantee it because it's written for Moors. All right. And this is the perfect time to do it. I know there's no such perfection is death, but no, this is like perfect because something actually is dying, right? It's called the United States capitalist economy. Capitalism is the most evil form of economics in the world. Okay. I don't know why. It's just a euphemism. If you really look at what capitalism is, it's a euphemism for slavery. Folks are trying to get as high as they can so other people can work for them, so they can just kick back and just get paid for doing nothing. Look at stockholders. Stock, you mean like slave stock? Why do stockholders get paid more than the employees? Because they're petty slave holders. Get it? So the corporate guy is the slave holder. You want a piece of that? You're a stockholder, right? My thing is get out of that, start your own business, and then watch them scramble to make you offers. Okay. People have offered to purchase Califa Media. I'm sure I could get I could just sell out and go on with my life. But I know you're gonna trash it. You're gonna make it disappear. You're gonna suppress it. So no thanks. I'll get my own. But thanks. Thank you for letting me know I have something valuable. Otherwise, why did you make that offer? So, and I'm really glad that I didn't make that offer because now I have an ark. Think of it like an ark. Okay. This world, a fireproof ark. What we know as the United States and all of its like little crony states around that are recognized in the United Nations, all of them, even the nations that are populated by Moors, all of them, all of those United Nations, you all are Psalms 83, United Nations, okay? Even Palestine is represented. Who's not? Only one group of people ain't represented up in there. You got Jewish people. That's not even a race. That's not even a nation. That's a religion. What are you doing, right? So y'all united against one person, one group of people. And now here come the flames to cleanse y'all off these lands. So build yourself a fireproof ark. Everybody about to be broke, right? I keep seeing people saying, oh, I lost this. Oh, I lost that. And then I'm seeing like, wow, let me see if that wave comes my way. Oh, mine went up. You said yours went down in the same moment for the same reason, right? Something got changed. For whatever reason, you got less and I got more. I didn't even ask for it. Okay. It's crazy. Just because the way I set myself up, you don't have to wonder who I am. Okay. Califa Media is a pass-through account for the real company, which is called Moorish Religious and Cultural Institute, Inc. So as soon as you see that name, nope, don't even ask them if they want taxes or send them a refund because we know they're coming for one, that kind of thing. It's working. I'm just saying. And I figure the more of us do it, the faster it's going to go. So why does this matter? Okay. Our people need to recognize the signs of change that are already unfolding and to act on them while you got the opportunity, right? While there's still time. We're witnessing the decline of the U.S. economy. It's crazy. I asked my children, Trump, this feels just like the first time he was president. Like everything was just floating up in the air and nobody knew which way. Am I going up? Am I going down? Am I going sideways? And it's happening again. And I'm like, is this what his life is like? And everybody's just being subjected to it because he's in charge of the country right now. So if you used to that kind of energy, because he's a Gemini and I'm a Gemini, I'm like, I love it. Oh, look, he just threw up that ball. I don't know where it's going to go. You know, when people can't tell you which way they going, you go which way you going. You decide what you waiting on them to tell you to do. So anyway, I brought this up because this is fulfillment of Noble Drew Ali's prophecy. It's coming. We already got a little taste of it in 2020 when everything shut down. Okay. Drew Ali told us one day every wheel of industry, I'm going to read it. I don't want to paraphrase this. One day, of course, I have my notes because why? I respect your time. So anyway, one day every wheel of industry is going to stop. And when they start up again, it will be in the Asiatics' favor. All right. The first time Trump was president, the wheels of industry did shut down. That's when I had to actually get I was using like my personal account because Califa Media wasn't making enough money for me to justify getting a business account, you know. So COVID hit. I don't know what happened. I kind of got my speculations, but I could make 1,000 guesses and not even be close. But I had to go open a business account. I'll just leave it at that, right? And it's just like, yeah, I had this business for like what? Was it 7 years? 6 years at this point. But it was just like trickle. That's in my chart. Takes a while, but first slowly, then all at once. If you know that, you can be patient. First slowly, then all at once. And it happened during Trump's thing. And now I'm going through another one. I hope other Moors are going through another one to make sure they are going through first slowly and all at once. I don't want you to do it first slowly. Here, take my first slowly. Now get it all at once. That kind of thing. Go set up a business. Well, which business do I set up? What you want to do? My father, I used to love how he would ask us if everything was paid for. You got two questions. He used to pose two questions, never simultaneously. You got two questions. If everything was paid for, everything was cool, food, shelter, even little luxuries, everything was paid for, what would you be doing? That's what you need to be doing. Okay. And the second one, okay, you can't be doing no goofy stuff. Second thing you have to keep in consideration. There's a spaceship taking off Earth to go to, I don't know, let's say Mars. I can never remember where he said we're going. We're going to Mars. There's a spaceship. We got to go to Mars because the Earth is about to explode. It's going to be nothing annihilated, nothing left, but they got some safety on Mars. This ship holds 25 people. There are 50 people in line. Why should you get on that ship? So figure out what you love, but you better make sure it's useful to others because it might get you on that one of those 25 seats, okay? Because people always say, you know how to do so much. Yeah, that was the story, that I was told over dinner time. And I think I told it before every time, and he was talking to me and my sister. So every time he told that story, it was fewer seats because he wanted to see what else you got, because now somebody else know how to do that. And there's fewer seats. What else you got? Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Dad, for that trauma. Hey, I didn't like it when I was going through it, but I appreciate it now. So anyway, keys. I'm gonna cover some keys real quick and let y'all go because I gotta go make dinner. So the decline of U.S. industry and the dollar dominance is not accidental. It's structural and prophetic. Nations in the global South are abandoning the dollar and building their own trade system. And the United States can't do nothing about it. It used to be that they used to send folks in to, like, what is that called? Economic hitmen. There's a whole book about it, right? You haven't been hearing that much about people being worried about the U.S. coming up in their country making trouble. They ready for them. They're waiting for them because it's like we watched our parents and grandparents try to deal with you civilly as humans, but you are cave beasts. Every accusation they give is a confession. They're not human. They're uncivilized. Every accusation was a confession. We taught everybody to bathe. Okay, y'all don't even bathe now, but sure. So anyway, every empire that built itself on colonization eventually collapsed, and the U.S. will be no exception. So before that happens, you better figure out what you want to do, so you can be that one that's, not only floating, but you got enough space to allow other people on your raft type of thing, right? And aren't you tired of sharing your labor with other people? Like I was about to go get a job at the library. I don't need the money. I just like being in the library, right? Look, I got the uniform and everything. Do I look like a librarian? I think I could pass as a librarian, right? And the lady gave me an application. I'm like, okay, you know what? I would rather volunteer. I'm in a position where I can actually, I don't need your payment. I would rather volunteer just so I can do the same thing. Whatever you needed me to do paid, I'll do the same thing as a volunteer. But I like my freedom. I like being able to say, I don't feel like going in today. Y'all going to this place in a couple of months? I'll be there. I don't have to ask nobody, can I get some time off? It's quite nice. And then it's like, okay, yeah, I want to go to where are we going? Yucatan, and go look at those the paintings of our people in those caves that they won't let you take no pictures of. Yeah, I want to go. How much do I need to pay for that? That's how much extra effort I want to put in. I don't need to put it in. I want to put it in so that it doesn't extract from what I have collected already. I'm just adding to it. That kind of thing. Oh, I need 3,000. Let me bring out another product and make that 3,000 and know it's going to be there when I need it. You see how much control you have when you're the boss. It's cottage industry, solopreneur. It's just like, oh my goodness, right? And then just because you're a Moor, that's trending, and it's about to become the standard. Everybody's going to be seeking us out just because it's been forever since they've seen it. And it's like, oh, civilized Black folks. Civilized. You can leave off the Black folks. So just civilized folks. Because for real, Moors are right now the most civilized people in the world. Because we ain't warring with nobody. We ain't trying to kick nobody out. We want you to leave, but we have no power to get you out right now. So we're not your problem, right? All we're saying is I'm not African. And people seem to have a problem with that, especially Africans, right? I love it. Like, what's the problem? You never claimed us before. Now we're worth $4 trillion a year. Now, cousin, you got to get the hell out of my face. Anyway, so prophetic warnings fulfilled. Prophet Noble Drew Ali foresaw this. The wheels of industry would stop. His words are unfolding as manufacturing, been gone. This is just a nation of shoppers and repairmen. So manufacturing, trade, and finance systems stall and reset. The new industries will rise in favor of those spiritually and economically prepared. Only one group of people, and who's supposed to be here. It's almost like the earth, this land is just like rejecting it. It's like shaking, like, oh, and whatever ain't supposed to be here ain't gonna stick, right? So I say, start driving up and down the street, see what's doing well, and either just wait to take it over like the South Africans did. Just wait, just stand outside that farm. Y'all packing, right? Don't make me come back. I love it. They weren't asking, okay? They were reclaiming, all right? So drive up and down the street, see what's doing well, and plan to take it over, especially if that's something you want to do. But it might be one of those situations where these people have gotten themselves in a trick bag that they really are gonna be switching places with us, where in order to stay here, you get to work. You just keep everything rolling just the way it is, and just know that your tax dollars are now coming to me. That kind of, and that's gonna be enough to make a lot of them leave. They hate us so much they don't even want to stay. I gotta pay them niggers. Yup, I'm out of here. That's cool too, right? Bon voyage. So, scriptural confirmation: the first shall be last. Good. The scriptures say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. For centuries, colonists and immigrants, what is that called? Receivers of stolen goods were the head, while the Moors were the tail. The reversal is beginning, and the old order cannot sustain itself. This transition is not chaos; it's a correction, and it's needed because the world is in so much pain. More free us, for real. So historically, every colony has fallen. Spain, Britain, France, Portugal, and the U.S. is about to follow. Each time the restoration of the original people who survived that colonization, each time the restoration of those fallen colonies depended on the motivations and the patriotism of the original people. Let's look at a couple of examples. We're going to look at a few colonies. Japan, Vietnam, and China were all colonized. How are they doing? How are they doing? All right. Japan, China, and Vietnam. How are they doing? Okay. You see their people over here, but what their people are doing, and I don't hate on them for this. I do not hate on them for this. They over here too. Yup. They coming over here, extracting some resources to send back to build in their country because they plan on going back and they want it to look good when they get back. I don't fault them because in my eyes, your opinion is your opinion. Take it on your page. Okay. In my view, those are reparations to restore their nation for what these colonists did to them because the Moors didn't stop them. I'm not saying we could at that time. I'm not saying that. I'm saying these cave beasts extracted resources from Moorish lands to go and destroy these Asians. They came over here and extracted some of those resources and when they restored their lands and went home. All right. Some of them are still here, but they plan on going home. The plan isn't to stay here forever. Right. And my thing is there's so much resources here. Take it. You're right. They destroyed your country. You know, it's sorry my dog bit you. Right. You can come in you can go and get the bandages out my cabinet. Okay, that kind of thing. Now let's look at these other colonies. Let's look at take your pick. Ghana, Nigeria. What's another one? Kenya. Tanzania. No. Is it Tanzania? Is it Tanzania? Zimbabwe. I'm sorry, Zimbabwe. Okay. Zimbabwe is kind of a special case because, yeah, they are purposely sabotaged, but so are these Asian countries. You swear they didn't have nobody up in there purposely trying to take them down. But those people were like, I see who you are. I'm not trying to have my children go through this again. You're not allowed to do anything unless 51% of it is in one of my people's names. That's how these other countries get down. Okay. Africa, give me former colonist. I saw what you did to my parents and my grandparents. But if you pay me enough, you can exploit the hell out of my people. How is all these rare earth minerals that you can only find in Congo, and Congo is a shithole? Okay. Because those people are not patriots. All right. Their colony fell and it's still falling. I didn't say it. Somebody else said it. That how I don't know what went on. I don't know how actually I'm not going to even get into it, but yes, I will. They said a lot of these countries didn't even exist, like Nigeria and all that stuff, as the countries they are known as today until the Europeans came in and made them into those colonies, that they gave them their identity type of thing. Take it up with these people who said this. I'm just repeating something. And then they said it's kind of hard for the people from those colonies to say, no, it was already here because it was at its height during colonization. Okay. What's another one? I know some of these people are being sabotaged, but again, it's kind of easy to tell the difference between an African and a European. So who's doing the sabotaging? It's your own people sabotaging you because they hate themselves. Okay. How you going to unite against somebody you saw abusing you? But as long as you straight, as long as your family straight, to hell with the rest of the whole country. Okay. Even though y'all could all be getting a bigger slice if you weren't such a traitor. So yeah. So anyway, restoration of a nation depends on what the original people have situated. Like, have you set up a net? You see something is falling. Do you have a net to catch it, right? To help to make sure somebody's going to survive. Do you want to be these East Asians or do you want to be these Africans? Okay. I'd rather be Japan. Japan is straight. Right. I think after the United States, really, Japan is like one of the places that people really want to go to because of how great it is. How do people know how to act? All that kind of stuff because of the laws they got in place. All that good stuff. Right. And they did that. They still are technically colonized because they can't do nothing without the United States permission, but still. China and Vietnam are great examples. How they took that humiliation and was like, never again. Not like these Africans, like, well, now that those families are out the way, what can you want to make a deal, right? And if I can't make a deal, I'll just run to America and make deals with those people to suppress these black folks because I ain't got no loyalty. I don't have no loyalty to my own people. Why would I have any loyalty to anybody else? Okay. If you don't like it, prove me wrong. You don't like it, go home and prove me wrong. Go home. That'll prove me wrong. That kind of thing. So wrap this up. Local production and independence. As supply chains fail, local production becomes power. The new economy will reward the self-sufficient or the self-reliant in the following areas: agriculture, publishing, education, trades, and cultural industries. Basically, if you're starting a civilization, these are the things you're going to need: agriculture, publishing, education, trades, and cultural industries. Take your pick, right? I might make a list of like what the options are, because sometimes folks don't know. Like these poor children in high school nowadays are saying they want to grow up to be TikTok stars and YouTubers and all this stuff. And I'm just like, let me guess, you don't have career day in your school anymore. They for real just don't know. That kind of thing. All right. Okay, cultural, last thing. I got one more and I'm done. So cultural restoration as economic power. Every cultural act, publishing, art, teaching, and invention is a national act of restoration. Culture is not decoration. It's the foundation of commerce, right? Kimonos. That's cultural, right? Hip hop, rock and roll. I don't know, braids, baggy jeans. All right. And just because we won't stamp it with the brand more, it belongs to the world. It belongs to the world. Ain't that what they say about all our stuff? Everything that comes from us specifically, it belongs to the world. Yep. You don't have no flag and it don't, hey, it belongs to the world. You better put your name on it. Okay. So Moorish creativity, structure, and ethics are the blueprint for our new economy. And the last point I want to make, the mandate to build and circulate. The time to prepare is over. The time to act is now. Build legacy, operate professionally, and circulate currency among our own. You know, if we stop participating in this stuff, it's going to die. Instant. It's going to be a breakfast fight. As soon as we turn our backs on them, it's like the sun just going to be gone. Okay. They're going to have to make a way, but you know they can't. That's why they're over here. So build legally. Or I said that the wheels of industry are turning again, and this time they must turn in our favor. It's no choice. Only one way to go. So the United States is fulfilling the same pattern as every empire before it. The Moors are the heirs to this land's next chapter. And the fall of this colony will not be our destruction. It will be our restoration. Let us rise and make sure the prophecy is fulfilled in our favor. And I'm reading off of a blog that will be posted to califamedia.com/cmblog. That's what I was reading, a blog that I wrote. Okay. So that's all I got, Morris. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all. And those who see this now and those who will see this later. I will be back for a Tuesday chamber chat in 2 weeks because I can't do this every week. I got too much going on. Be sure to check out certifiedmoorish.org to get your 508 toolkit and pre-order your book that explains the toolkit, right? And we got trust instruments. I should say because this is all the stuff that I learned and I've been applying. I got trust instruments coming up. And the last thing, a brother found a book of mine that I had forgotten about. It's about how to deal with child support from the Moorish perspective. I forgot all about this thing. I wrote it years ago because he was just like, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, man, I got to check this book out. He's like, yeah, it's your book. You need to read this. This is fire. This is fire. And then I went through it. It's like, oh, yeah, this is fire. So the book is called Applied Solutions, Addressing the Issue of Child Support. And I'm making it, thanks to this brother, where if you buy the book, or you can go on Amazon and get it, I guess, but it'll be in my Shopify shop, which is CalifaMedia.works, not .com, .works. And all the documents, it'll be an a la carte thing where you can just get all the documents if you want to. Because I forgot it was there. And I'm like, yeah, I need to put this out. Because all the stuff that I got to work for three different people. I won't say dudes. It was a one, my sister and two brothers. I helped get them out of child support. So, and now then I released the book and forgot all about it. So that'll be available in the shop tonight. Actually, I'm probably gonna go do that. I'll do that after the moon has exited its void at 1 o'clock this morning. In the morning tomorrow. So thank you, Moors. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all Friday for Friday Roundup, where I talk about the news, because there was some crazy stuff that happened in the news recently. It was something really, really cool. I can't remember what it is, but I guess you'll have to wait till Friday to find out. That's all I got, Moors. I'll check y'all out later. Have a lovely rest of your evening, because I'm going to have a lovely rest of mine because y'all are here. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Oh, thank you. Love your energy too. You know what? I'm going to go through here real quick, see if anybody said nothing. I'm not going to get in no fights because, man, I swear, no offense to anybody on TikTok, this is like being in Walmart. I'm just going to, I'm going to tread lightly and just like look and keep it moving. All right. Okay. Wow. That's excellent works. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for your time. No problem. Thank you for yours. Aren't African countries kicking Albions out? Everybody's kicking everybody out. Why? Let's look at the astrology. And I'm 40 minutes in. Real quick, the astrology. Jupiter is in Cancer right now. Jupiter is exalted in the sign of Cancer. Okay. Cancer rules nativity. Nativity. It rules the mother. So your nativity. It rules patriotism. Okay. And it rules mind, right? They say Leos and Tauruses are possessive. No. Cancer is that mind, right? I get it though. And so now, and Jupiter expands everything it touches. So people are expanding. Nationalism is expanding. So if you wonder why these people are freaking out about Charlie Kirk, it's because I think some of them are starting to realize we about to have to leave, right? Something's going on. I feel like we we live in a cursed Indian land, and it's like you better leave. You're gonna leave one way or another because Jupiter demands it, right? So Jupiter rules like learned people, that kind of thing, but it's still in Cancer and all the things related to the home. So there's an expansion of the things that are supposed to be at home. You're not at home. So when you're violating that expansion, you have to get the other side of it. Your home, the home that you're not supposed to be in, is about to be emptied out. Okay. So if you're wondering why their children can't sleep, my child can't sleep, and they popping all these pills, and I go in and find them in the morning stone cold dead, because you ain't supposed to be here. Save yourself and leave, or don't, and see what happens. All right, I better stop before I get myself in trouble. Peace and love, Morris. And again, I switched our shop to Califa Media .works. All this up there is all the stuff I have because I had to put it all in one spot. And I'll check y'all out later. Peace and love, and bye-bye, y'all. And now, bye-bye. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all. And end. All right, got that done.